about today's speaker. Again, if you didn't catch last week's, no big deal. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He is an author and a business consultant. Not just any author. He's written 20 books, you guys. And I don't know if you have ever tried to write a book before. My husband went through the process. He's written one book, and it was like a full family pull to get that one book published. It took years. Doing the audiobook was an entirely different scenario. It took a very, very long time. So the fact that Miguel has written 20 books is really remarkable. As for his personal story, I'll tell you about that as well. He's originally from Guatemala and lives in the United States now, in Texas. His books, when it comes to his writing, he writes on personal development, he writes on leadership, he writes on entrepreneurship, he writes about spiritual life, family, business, personal finance. He also, in addition to those topics, writes about sales and marketing. So his books have really, sort of run the gamut when it comes to topics, and he's found himself becoming an expert in all of these things. And it comes from a long line of hard work from him. He started out cleaning gardens and cutting grass, and then climbed to be a leader in the world of profit and nonprofit organizations. So when I think about somebody like Miguel, he's somebody who is not afraid to truly get his hands dirty, not afraid to work hard, not afraid to put himself out there. And he did that, and he proved himself over and over and became a leader. In the last 25 years, he has been a traveling fool. He's been traveling like wild. He has visited 4 different continents, providing training and conferences on those topics that I mentioned, like personal finance, sales, marketing, spiritual life, family, business, entrepreneurship, that sort of thing. He has founded several Latino impact organizations in the United States, including the Miguel Martine Education Center, LLC. So it's MMEC. MMEC. It stands for, and I know some of you probably looked it up last time after he spoke, MMEC, Miguel Martine Education Center. He has been featured on many different platforms, so podcast platforms and YouTube, web events like this, all over the country and really all over the world. He's given conferences, workshops, and programs with personalities such as, many different speakers, business people, also multinational corporate psychologists, just to name a few. I mean, there has really been a lot going on when it comes to Miguel Martine. So, Miguel, listen, we have never been more excited to see a speaker than we are to see you right now. How are you? Or do you need to take a big deep breath after the chaos?
Yes. How about let me go with my Starbucks here. So
yeah,
right. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. And I read
Great.
your intro, and everybody knows like that you're ready to rock and roll. And I figured
Wow.
I'll just let
First, thank you for your patience. I want to say thank you, Raul, and those behind the scenario here. And Jenny, wow, I think you have done a great job. Someone was inspired with your tips, comments, and things that you were saying. So that's powerful. But also, I would like to start with saying that everything in life is a test. It's a test, and we have to be able to know what to do. Again, I want to say thank you, all of you. But the big lesson here is this: patience. If you don't have patience for growth, for knowledge, for crossing the obstacles in life and business, you will not make it. You will not make it. And I think that's a great lesson we can take from this. One key, one rule, one code of success, of successful people is patience. So when things don't go the way you want, don't give up. Please do not give up. You are growing, knowledge is in your way, new resources are in your way. And when you end or finish the experience, it's powerful. We go to another level, and I know that you are great if you have these quality, this characteristic, this key, this code: patience, 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 patience to be successful. All right. So we are here ready to share with you. Just to make sure, Jenny, my PowerPoint is, you can see it, right? Yes.
Yes, it looks great. Yep,
All
we
right.
see your contact page.
Let's get into business, technology, and entrepreneurship part 2: tendencies of success. You know, I'm going to say this in maybe seconds, but this takes hours, days to explain it. And I want to invite you to be not just an entrepreneur, a business person. No, you must be a smart entrepreneur. So to reach there, you need to avoid ignorant entrepreneurs, limited entrepreneurs, imprudent entrepreneurs. You must choose from the beginning to be a smart entrepreneur. That's why a lot of entrepreneurs fail, because they are not, they are entrepreneurs, but they're not smart. So a smart entrepreneur and a smart person, a smart leader, um, means you know what you want. You know what you are doing. You know what you need. You know what you want. You know what you are doing. So don't just do things. Don't just go by the flow. Know what you're doing. If you do not know what you're doing, somewhere, somehow, you can fail. So we want to avoid that. Technology for new businesses, new business. Why? Because we need resources. Apart from knowledge, apart from training, we need resources. You know, let me give you an example. This is a true story. Jenny, you can laugh. Latinos are something here in the US. So this Latino said, you know what? I want to go to Puerto Rico. So yeah, he said, family, let's get ready. They were in California. You know, we're gonna save money. We're gonna do it together. So he put his GPS. Boom, let's go. So they start driving until they reach Florida. He cannot continue their trip. Why? Because he was using the wrong resource to reach Puerto Rico. You know, he wanted to keep driving and driving and driving, but there was a problem in the way. You know, you cannot um, reach Puerto Rico driving from, you know, California, Texas, Florida. You either take a boat or you fly, or, you know, another way except a car. So a lot of entrepreneurs are like this friend, this person, this Latino, you know, yeah, you have the motivation. You want to be rich, you want to be successful. But and listen, don't misunderstand what I'm going to say. A lot of people are people of faith. I'm one of them. And a lot of us said, you know, I believe in God and God is going to help me. And then suddenly 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I know a lady that she says she has 30 years being an entrepreneur. That's like saying I have 30 years of being a baby. You know, it's good to come to life, but you need to grow, you need to mature. So being an entrepreneur, it's not just being positive. It's not just having the right energy. You also need to have the right resources. So I want to thank Ser National, because they are doing a great job, and they are not just talking, they are bringing you resources. And I do pray and I believe that what we are bringing here are resources that will make you not just a entrepreneur, but a successful, a smart entrepreneur, leader, person, that one day you can come back and say, thank you to Ser National. I was able to better my leadership, my talent, my gift, my business, my product, my service. And I believe that that's one of the reasons today we were struggling too much to reach to this point. Because without patience, without the will of confronting your situations, including when something doesn't work, ask yourself, not why life is bad to you. No, ask if you are using the right resources. So one big resource, apart from motivation, apart from having a goal in life or in the business, you must use technology. So successful entrepreneurs use technology, but not any technology. They use the right technology. So let's continue here on one point that we have to consider very carefully, and that is choosing small business technology. You need to accept your situation. Where are you? If you are a beginner, then you have to start there. And a lot of times we want to do big things when we are small, or we want to do small things when we are big. So you need to know who you are and consider the right technology for, in this case, we're talking to entrepreneurs, so we call small businesses. So that's very important. Meaning, you need to do your research. Don't just go by someone said, my auntie or my friend or this. No, go and do your own research. Consider your business unique needs, because my needs are not your needs. So these two things, research and consider your business unique needs. That's very important. Next thing is, you need to learn to differentiate between free and pay technology. You can start. I can put myself as an example. um, I started, I would say, without technology. Then I learned that I need technology. Then I went to start with free technology, and then I start paying for technology. Then you keep growing, and you end up knowing that you need a director for the Department of Technology. Then you need technicians, and you need this and that. But you need to learn um, to differentiate between free and pay technology. Another concept here, um, when you are considering technology, you also need to study this concept, because it's a concept. A lot of people don't understand it, which is short term and long term technology. So you can use certain things in technology in a short term, and a lot of people do the wrong or the mistake of sticking to programs or technology for short term, especially with the free stuff. So learn what technology is in the market, what are your business unique needs, then study the free and the pay versions, and also consider the short term and the long term needs that you have for your company. That's important on this subject. Okay, so let me give you an example here. If you're going to, for example, you want to do some marketing, what can you do with free technology? That will be for a short term. But when you go to a long term, then you have to look for technology that can help you to do marketing in a long term, which will include software, technicians, someone in charge, etc., etc., and also the capital, the money. How much are you willing to invest in a short term and in a long term? So when I started, for example, I started everything for free. Even technicians, friends who are technicians, I requested their help for free as a help. But then a time came when we were growing and we were moving forward, and I have to confess, I didn't study or search or study deeper my needs and my situation. So I was growing, but I was not I was not prepared for the growth. So this put me into problems. But thanks God and thanks to knowledge and thanks to training and thanks to platforms like Ser National, I was able to learn fast what I needed. And then I start investing money, capital, and I start hiring people with the knowledge, people that can mentor, people that can guide me on this subject. So consider these things while you are integrating technology in your business. Now, I'm going to share with you some points, specifically 5 very important technology that you need to have, you need to integrate, you need to use, and you need to consider it in the light of short and long term, in the light of free and pay technology on this point. And this was shared by the US CC, which is the Chamber of Commerce. So please take note and let's learn some things here. There we go. The first thing that you have to have is a must is a CRM, customer relationship management system. The majority of the entrepreneurs, they don't even know about this system, you know. And if you say, oh, I know this already, then no problem, that's good for you. That means you're growing and you are integrating this technology already in your business. But you know that you need to keep studying these concepts, this technology, these systems also, because the more you grow, you're going to need more of that technology. So a CRM is a system that helps you, I want to highlight these words, helps you to collect, to organize, okay? Collect, which most entrepreneurs fail. They don't do it. Learn to collect information, learn to organize information, and powerful, learn to analyze this information from your clients. So basically, this is a CRM system that all of us need to um, adopt. Many businesses rely also on cloud-based platforms such as Salesforce or HubSpot to manage their client relationship relations as their business grows. So uh, this is just to mention two, but there's more that you can consider and integrate if you see that is what you need and what you want to use. But you must have a CRM system in your business. 2, you have to have a project management software. So either you're a big business or small business or a solopreneur, you have to keep track of your company projects. It helps to see your growth. It helps to know where you are, and it helps to see your goals. Where are you? Where you want to arrive? You know, one thing that entrepreneurs also fail to do is that we do not measure. We don't have the experience of measuring our progress. Where were you a year ago? Where were you 2 years ago? Where were you in 3 years ago? Where were you 4 years ago? Where were you 5 years ago? So we need to learn to use this software, this technology, and learn to have the project management software. Also, it helps to manage and allows you to have the workflow more organized towards organized and efficient. So don't just try to do things. You are integrating technology to be more efficient. If this is not happening and you are more stressed, you don't have more time, you just have more problems, then something is wrong. Because this should be used, and the objective is to have more time, to have less stress, to have less problems. And exactly, yeah, some yoga, do some yoga there, if you use it properly. So a lot of my clients, now I'm bringing this as an experience here, a lot of our people that we help, they have this problem. They are using technology, but they are more stressful. They have more problems. So what do I say? I say, you're doing something wrong. You're not applying it right. Did you study the manual? Do you know how this works? Do you put attention on details? Do you know why this was added in this app, this program, this software, this platform? And most of them, we just think that everything is click, click, click. No, the clicks in technology has a responsibility. It must be used by people that knows what they are doing. Okay, you can go and ask Elon Musk. You can go and ask Bill Gates. You can go and ask Mr. Slim. You can go and ask the author Butcher. I learned that part from him, Butcher. He wrote a book called Recharge. And he said, even though I have a big company, one rule I have is that I learn myself everything that has to do with technology. So I know what my people is doing. I cannot ask them this or that, or I cannot discuss or argue if I don't know what am I talking about. So learn, be more organized, and I want to highlight it, be more efficient on your business. All right, let's go to another very important technology that we need to adapt is online data storage. So it's very important here that we learned that while companies once had to rely on in-house servers to store their growing data, many small businesses are instead turning to online data storage services. I have to confess, I was one of them. I was literally was building up a lot of ways of storage in my data. And when the new concept came about the cloud, about storaging things in the cloud, I say, oh no, oh no, oh no, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Until I learned the benefits of it. You don't need space. You can easily reach to so much information. So from there, I learned so many people, and believe me, even today, not just solo entrepreneurs, not just small businesses, but medium businesses and big companies are still trying to adapt this concept, especially those that were already big in the past. One problem with a lot of these companies is that they are used to do one thing one way. So the new stuff is so new that they just ignore it until they run into big problems. So don't believe that this presentation will only help you because you are new, because you don't know much of this subject. No, there are big companies that they are losing a lot, millions of dollars for not adapting to technology. So if you adapt to technology in this time and age, believe me, a lot of you will be the most successful, not just person, leaders, but business tomorrow. And some of you will be more successful than big businesses that they never adapt to technology. So I'm just making a prophecy here, and I hope someone say amen. Hallelujah. That's me. I'm going to be that successful guy, woman, business of tomorrow, more than big businesses that are failing for not adapting to technology. So how we do it, Jenny?
You are doing great. We have 9 more minutes in the session. So if you want to do, I've got a few questions, but if you want to do more slides, then
Yeah, I think I have two more, and then we
perfect.
we finish.
I say rock through it.
All right, so just to close this part, online data storage, that's why we have programs like Dropbox and Google Drive. Allows you to organize, to keep data exclusively cloud-based, which also allow team members, this is important, to easily access information regardless of their physical location. So there's a lot of benefits if you do it on the cloud-based concept. But please, you need to consider this online data storage, or the storage of your um, business. Okay, another one is financial management tools. It's very important, you know, and I want to repeat this. It's so important to keep track of your business finances. It's critical for success. A lot of entrepreneurs, one big mistake we commit is we do not know, we don't have the habit to separate personal and business. And because of this, in the process of growing, in your first steps, in your intention to have success in your business, um, that's a big problem. When you reach to big numbers, you can have more problems, more financial problems. So don't think because you are not either in a point or a level of growth that you say, well, I don't need it. You need it. Even if you don't have a client. If you establish this technology in your business ahead of time, believe me, you are in the right track. You will be successful. So investing in a accounting software early on allows you to continuously monitor cash flow, track expenses, and manage employee payroll. One software that you can consider for this, and there are others, is QuickBook or Wave. Um, you know, either one or the other, you will be okay. You can do great on financial management if you use these tools. One more is cybersecurity software. A lot of us say, well, I don't think I need it. But most businesses utilize a network connection to some degree, be it internal data storage or online point of sale system. While larger corporations often have complex data security systems in place, small business can also, I will highlight this, fall victim to a cyber attack. So it's important to protect yourself. So a great place to start is purchasing antivirus software, which guards computers and network against virus and other malicious attacks. You may also consider purchasing a business VPN to ensure only authorized users can have access to your network. You know, I know a lot of cases of customers, clients, people that we work with that have lost data, information, and money for not having a cybersecurity software. So you don't need to be big, so big to have the luxury of not being protected. You need to be protected. You need cybersecurity softwares. Why? Because today everybody, there's a lot of bad people there that they just want to take your effort, your work, your the information that you have been working or storaging, and you need to consider this technology in favor of your work, your business. So I will finish saying this. This was said by Bill Gates, co-founder of Microsoft. He said, the advance of technology is based on making it fit, and so that you do not rely even, and so that you do not really even notice it. So it is part of everyday life. So don't think that, because you are new, because you are just starting, because you are an entrepreneur, you can use it later. No, no, no. You need it today. You need it now. So search, make sure you know what you need, analyze your need, your basic needs, and go and look for your funds, your resources, the short term, the long term, and above everything, make sure that you don't ignore technology, but you integrate technology to be not just an entrepreneur, but to be a smart entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. And that's the person that knows what he wants and knows where he wants to reach and knows what he or she is doing. Thank you.
Miguel, you are awesome. Thank you so much for coming in after a very chaotic afternoon and bringing us all the knowledge. I was taking ferocious notes. I know a lot of other people were as well. We have time probably for this one question. It was actually from last week. So it pertained last week. We kind of got more on the train of talking about books and publishing books and stuff. So if it seems out of context, you guys, this is a holdover from part one. Somebody was asking, how did you publish your books? Did you find a publisher? And I remember you talking a little bit about the difficulty of just getting it published, but if you can just give us like 60 seconds on how you did that.
So I did find someone to publish, a publisher, a local publisher that helped me. Even though later on I learned of more independent and reliable platforms to do it. And I think most independent authors have chosen to go that route because it's easier, it's cheaper, and everybody, doesn't matter who you are, you can make it. So hope that answers your question.
I think that's a perfect way to wrap up. We are just here at 3 o'clock. Miguel, where can everybody find you if they're interested in your services? I gave them the website before you got here, but I want you to share it one more time.
Thank you. So I represent MEC, Miguel Martin Education Center.com, Miguel Martin Education Center.com. That's our organization webpage. My personal webpage is Miguel Martin or Miguel Martin .info from information .info, and you can get all our social media, websites, and Google. Just type MMEC, Miguel Martin, or just Miguel, and you can get everything there from us. Thank you. I'm really thankful to SER National for the opportunity to empower not just the future, the present. You are the present. You are the present for the economy. You are the opportunity of our society. You are the inspiration for tomorrow. And never forget this. To reach something big, to go to a bigger position, everything and everybody started with basic things, basic steps, basic resources. Right. So that's our future, and it starts here with SER National. Thank you.
Awesome, Miguel. Thank you. So glad that we got to have some time with you. You guys, I hope that you enjoyed the session. We were talking earlier about the YouTube channel that is posted in the chat. So I highly recommend going back and catching part one if you didn't catch that before. For more on SER's programs, visit ser-national.org. And I look forward to seeing you all next week for another great presentation. Bye, everybody. Bye, Miguel.
Bye, Jenny.